shit about those fucking upper 1% assholes, you know? So there that. Let's see, you. I'm sorry? Is Sean coming back to Stone Sour? I can't really answer that right now. It's more of a friend thing than a band thing. So as soon as I know, you will. Okay? Anybody else? You in the hoodie. Fuck yeah, Pat Benatar kicks ass. Thank you, sir. I am so looking forward to your question.
If you could go back to one Slipknot show or Stone Sour show and be like, man, that was the fucking show right there, which one would it be?
Oh man. If I could go back to one Slipknot or Stone Sour show, what would it be? I wish I could go back and be at the concert that we shot for the Disaster Pieces DVD. Because honestly, I watched that video and I have like no recollection other than screaming at Sid backstage and basically fucking trying to kick his ass because he was in my fucking face. I wish I could have fucking been there because watching it on TV, it looked like it would have been one of those concerts that I would have loved to have fucking been at, you know? I mean, I was one, you know, one of my favorite fucking concert moments was seeing Pantera and White Zombie back in like 96, 97, and it was one of the baddest fucking concerts I'd ever fucking seen. White Zombie came out and totally destroyed, and then Pantera came on. And it was when they were using Suicide Notes Part 1 as their intro, and I'm like, holy fucking shit, what the fuck, man? And then all of a sudden, the light, like, it was completely dark, and then all of a sudden, Vinny does the 4 count, lights come up, and they're playing Suicide Notes Part 2, and it's just fucking, I was like, holy fucking shit! Being a kid, you know, like a fucking metal fan, I was just like, oh God, thank God. Because nobody was really doing it then. You know, nobody was putting on that kind of powerful fucking show. I mean, the closest thing was seeing Korn open up for fucking Megadeth in 94, 95, which is a fantastic concert. But when I saw that show, that was like, I was like, oh, there's so much we can fucking do live, you know? And then shortly after that, I joined Slipknot and started trying to put on those kinds of fucking shows where it's all energy, all go, no fucking quit. And I guess in a way, if I hadn't seen that concert, I wouldn't have been able to do what I did with Slipknot on the Disaster Pieces video. So, there you go. But it's a good fucking video. But I wish you could have known what was going on with that whole fucking argument with Sid and me. It was all because he lost the cameras that were on him. Because he jumped in the audience for the sit-down part. And he's yelling at me. I'm trying to get the fucking audience to sit down. He was running to me on stage, and he started screaming at me, which, of course, he's wearing a mask, so all it sounds like is, now, when I say, jump the fuck up, and he's like, he's pointing, fucking, and I'm like, get the fuck away from me, asshole! And then it felt like I couldn't get everyone to get down. So I immediately, because I'm an asshole, I blamed Sid. I was like, that's your fucking fault. If I see that fucking DJ right now, I'm gonna eat his face. So we go backstage during, I think it was Joey's drum solo. And I'm sitting there and I'm pissed. I'm fucking just like vile, I'll drink my own vomit just to get my hands around his fucking throat pissed. You know, that kind of fucking feeling? And he comes up, and you actually see it on the video, he comes up. He's like, and he's trying to give me an explanation. And he's like, I was trying to get your fucking attention. It's like, I will fucking kill you! Yeah. Now, in retrospect, that was a little strong. just blurt out, "I will fucking kill you, you stupid piece of shit." I'm paraphrasing. So then after seeing that, I was like, I called him, and I was like, "Yeah, I just watched the behind the scenes shit on Disaster Pieces. I'm sorry." He's like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Dude, I fucking almost killed you back there." And he was like, "Oh, dude, that was awesome. You see it when you're fucking spitting at me?" I was like, "I spit at you?" He's like, "Oh, huge one. Oh." A piece of shit. He's like, "Dude, come on, man. We were all fucking on fire. There was no way we weren't gonna try and kill each other after that." I was like, "All right, as long as you're okay." And he's like, "Oh, I'm fine. But next time, I'm coming after you." And I was like, "You little motherfucker." It's like, "You may be younger, but you've broken more bones than I have. I'll kill you." And he starts laughing his ass off and hangs up on me. I was like, "You little fucking prick." So, yeah, that was, that would be the concert I would love to fucking go to and be a part of, you know? You, sir? Fruitcake. Oh, Jesus. No one's ever asked me about that. The question on the floor is, what's the story behind Fruitcake, the song, which was a B-side for Stone Sour, which was actually written in 1995. It was called Devil's Fruitcake, and they made me take the devils off of it because they thought it would offend people. I'm like, really? It's a pun. Devil's Food Cake, Devil's Fruitcake, whatever. Basically, this song is about a buddy that I knew who was in lockup a lot, and when he was in lockup, they would always put him in like 24-hour psych supervision because he was a little fucked up, and he would always tell me that to get through that, he would find this just spot. He would basically just shut himself down and find something inside of his head to find solace, to find some kind of freedom in his own head, which just tells you how fucking gnarly he was, because his head was fucked up. And he was describing it to me, and when I was writing that song, I was like, this would be really cool to kind of flesh it out like that, because he would always describe that pit in his stomach. You know that feeling that you get in your stomach when you know something bad's going to happen, and the inevitability of it just makes it fucking worse. So there's nothing you can do except just accept it. And he would always talk about that, and that's what really kind of got me into the lyrics itself. And then unfortunately he died like a year later. He was hit by a fucking bus, and I couldn't believe it. Like, it really fucked me up. And you know, but the solace that I took in that is that because that song was about him, he's, you know, still out there. You know, there's a little bit more of him out there, because he really was a fucking sweetheart of a lunatic. You know, like, he was one of those dudes that you would love to talk to, but you wouldn't let him crash at your house, because you just never know. And I never did. So I felt good about the, you know, that song is proof that he was here. And some people don't get that. So, you know, I was pretty happy that I was able to do that for him, you know. So that, yeah, thank you for that. That's a good question.